Imagine you are standing on a vast African grassland nearly 2 million years ago. There are no cities, no roads, no schools, no phones, not even language as we know it today. Just endless grass, dangerous predators, and small groups of early humans struggling to survive another day. Now, here's a fascinating question. Who was the first human to have a friend? Not a parent, not a child, not a mate. A true friend. Someone they chose to spend time with. Someone they trusted. Someone who wasn't family, yet still mattered. We can never know that person's name. But scientists believe that friendship may have been one of the most important inventions in human history. Without it, civilization might never have existed. And the evidence for this story is hidden in ancient bones, stone tools, and the behavior of our closest relatives. Let's travel back in time and find out. Around 2 million years ago, early humans lived in a world that was far more dangerous than ours. A single mistake could mean death. A hungry lion, a venomous snake, a fall from a cliff, an infected wound. Survival was difficult. At first glance, friendship seems like a luxury in such a world. Why would anyone spend valuable time helping someone who isn't family? After all, from an evolutionary perspective, helping relatives makes sense. Your relatives share your genes. By helping them survive, you help your own genetic line continue. But friendship is different. Friends are often unrelated. Yet humans invest enormous amounts of time and energy in them. We share food. We protect each other. We comfort each other. Sometimes we even risk our lives for friends. Why? To answer that question, scientists often study chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are among our closest living relatives, and surprisingly, they have friendships too. Researchers have observed certain chimpanzees spending years together. They groom each other, share food, support each other during conflicts, and choose each other's company over other members of the group. These aren't random interactions, they're long-term social bonds. In other words, primitive friendships. If chimpanzees can form friendships today, it's likely that our ancient ancestors had similar relationships millions of years ago. But human friendship eventually became something much deeper, and that may have changed everything. Imagine two young early humans living in the same group. Let's call them Karo and Nala. These aren't real names. They're simply examples to help us picture the story. Every day, Karo and Nala search for food together. They learn which fruits are safe to eat. They watch for predators. They sleep near each other. Over time, they begin to trust one another. One afternoon, while searching for food, Karo spots a leopard hiding in tall grass. Instead of running alone, he warns Nala. Both survive. Weeks later, Nala discovers a patch of edible roots. She shares them with Karo. Again, both benefit. Neither action seems extraordinary, but over hundreds and thousands of interactions, trust begins to grow. And trust is powerful, because trust allows cooperation, and cooperation allows survival. A lone human is vulnerable. Two humans working together are much stronger. A group of trusted friends is stronger still. Scientists believe this ability to cooperate with non-relatives gave humans a major advantage over many other animals. While stronger animals relied on claws, teeth, or speed, humans increasingly relied on relationships. Friendship became a survival tool, one as important as any stone spear. Archaeologists have discovered evidence that supports this idea. One of the most remarkable clues comes from ancient skeletons. Researchers have found remains of early humans who suffered serious injuries but lived for many years afterward. Some had broken bones, others had missing teeth. A few had disabilities that would have made survival alone nearly impossible. Yet they survived. How? Someone helped them. Someone brought them food, protected them, cared for them, for months, maybe years. Think about that. In a harsh prehistoric world, people were helping vulnerable members of their group survive. That suggests compassion, trust, and social bonds stronger than simple family relationships. The roots of friendship may already have been growing deep within human society. Now imagine a hunting expedition thousands of generations later. A group of humans is tracking a large animal across open terrain. The hunt requires patience, planning, communication, and teamwork. If one person acts selfishly, the hunt could fail. But if everyone works together, the group succeeds. The reward is shared food, shared survival, shared success. Friendship made this possible. Friends trusted one another enough to cooperate toward common goals. This gave humans an incredible advantage. Over time, groups with stronger social bonds likely survived more often than groups filled with conflict and distrust. Natural selection may have favored humans who could build and maintain friendships. In other words, friendship wasn't just a pleasant part of life. It may have helped shape the human brain itself. Modern neuroscience offers another fascinating clue. When people spend time with trusted friends, the brain releases chemicals such as oxytocin and dopamine. These chemicals create feelings of connection, trust, and happiness. In simple terms, our brains reward friendship. It's as though evolution installed a system that says, stay close to people you trust, work together, help each other. Because throughout human history, those behaviors improved survival. Think about how strange that is. The warm feeling you get when spending time with a close friend may have roots stretching back hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of years. A biological gift passed down from countless generations of ancestors. But friendship did more than help humans survive. It helped humans learn. Imagine discovering a new way to crack open nuts using a stone. If you keep that knowledge to yourself, it dies with you. But if you share it with trusted companions, the knowledge spreads. Friends exchange information. They teach one another. They learn from one another's mistakes. Over time, ideas accumulate. Stone tools improve. Hunting techniques improve. Communication improves. Eventually, culture emerges. Many scientists believe human success comes not from individual intelligence alone, but from our ability to share knowledge across generations. Friendship helped make that possible. It transformed isolated experiences into collective wisdom, and collective wisdom changed the world. So who was the first human to have a friend? We will never know. Their name is lost forever. No fossil can tell us. No ancient record survives. But somewhere in the distant past, one early human chose to trust another. And that trust was returned. Perhaps they shared food. Perhaps they protected each other from predators. Perhaps they simply enjoyed each other's company around a fire beneath the stars. What began as a simple bond may have started a chain reaction that continues today. Every friendship, every team, every community, every civilization, built upon the same ancient foundation. Because long before humans built pyramids, wrote books, explored space, or created the internet, they learned something even more important. They learned how to be friends, and that simple ability may have become one of the greatest superpowers our species ever developed. The next time you laugh with a friend, share a secret, or help someone you trust, remember this. You are participating in a tradition older than recorded history. A tradition that may have helped turn vulnerable primates into the dominant species on Earth. And it all began with a friendship whose story we'll never know, but whose impact can still be felt today.